Deon Price, This Youth Generation. We're here with Amir Price. This is our summer series, our book series, encouraging young men to read. This book is the feature. Amir's first in the series of the summer series, TYG book series, is called Being or Becoming Kareem. What encouraged you, or who encouraged you to read this book?
So my brother took me to the bookstore, and he recommended this book to me, and also I did, because I picked the book, and then he said that's a good book, and we got it. And then that was going to be my summer reading book.
Where'd you guys get it from?
We got it from Barnes & Noble.
Okay. What sparked your interest in the book, and what did you know about the main character in this book? In this case, it was Kareem. What did you know about him before?
So before, his name wasn't Kareem. It was Luau Sindor. And then the story is about him becoming Kareem and being a young black man and being that tall, and him becoming Kareem, like the Muslim society that he wanted to live in.
Okay. And what is he? Those who don't know Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, can you give us a little insight on who that is and what makes him the iconic image that he is?
It's one of the greatest basketball players, and not only that, but he was good at being intelligent, and he did all 4 years of college and graduated before he went to the NBA, and he had the top record for college and high school, and he got the state championship for high school and college for 3 years in college too.
Okay.
And his freshman year in college, and then in NBA, he was like the greatest rookie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And this is a person who ended up with how many championships with the greatest team of all times, the Los Angeles Lakers, baby. 5 championships with the Lakers. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Good question. So that's what that drew your interest, because you seem to be a young man who's interested in sports, particularly basketball.
Yes.
So what do you and the main character have in common, if there's anything?
We're both African American. We both play basketball, and that's it.
Mm-hmm. That's your interest. Your connection is basketball.
Yeah.
Okay. What did you learn about the book that you didn't know before about the character, or what did you get out of his story? What was compelling or interesting for you?
So I learned, and it was interesting that he went undefeated in high school, and he read the autobiography of Malcolm X, and that's how he had the idea to become Muslim and change his name, and because he met the best boxer.
Who was that?
It was
Joe Louis?
No, it was the boxer changed his name too, and his name was Cassius Clay, and then he changed his name to Muhammad Ali.
That's the boxer?
Yes.
Everybody know Muhammad Ali. You can remember that?
I couldn't remember his name.
How can you not remember Muhammad Ali? I thought you were talking about somebody else. All you had to say was the greatest of all times. Muhammad Ali.
Yeah.
Okay. So they kind of grew up in the same era, the 60s era, where Malcolm X and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Jim Brown and all those athletes and Ali were rebelling against that. That was a time when there was a revolutionary period that was going on with the mistreatment of African American people. Is that something going on right now? And if so, what athletes today are doing what Jim Brown and Ali are doing today? Can you think of any athletes?
Colin Kaepernick, because he's kneeling during the national anthem.
And who else is doing something significant or important?
That's all I know right now.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Well, there should be more. You're right. Okay. What troubled you? Kareem went over a lot of issues. He grew up in the 50s and 60s. Mm-hmm. What troubled you about his upbringing that was brought out in the book? Did anything bad?
Because his coach called him the N-word.
Really? His high school coach?
His high school coach called him the N-word.
Why did he do that?
He didn't know how much it hurt Kareem, but he said it to what is it called? To get him better, to make him play better.
Oh, to try to motivate him?
Yeah, to try to motivate him.
So since when is the N-word a motivator? Pick it up. Really?
I don't know, but it made him score a heck of points and win the game.
Really?
When they were losing by a lot.
So maybe he should thank the coach. Should he be thankful?
No, because it still hurt him because he thought that it was one of the Caucasian people that would never do that, but he did it.
So it was insulting,
then,
actually.
Yes.
Interesting. Okay. So what made you feel proud or inspired in the book? Something that made you feel uplifted. When you read a book, it should inspire you, motivate you, just kind of intrigue you or something. What inspired you?
When he was winning all the games and he was dunking, and also when he found out that that his high school coach that called him the N-word actually drove all the way to L.A. from New York.
Really?
So he can try to get Kareem into UCLA.
Wow, that's 3,000 miles.
Yes.
Would you drive? If somebody drove 3,000 miles to support me, that would that make up for
Yeah,
you?
and he didn't even tell Kareem about it. And
he just did it.
Yeah, he just did it. And then Kareem said if he was younger, then that would have helped his relationship with him.
If he had known, huh?
Yes.
Interesting. Well, what part of the book did you enjoy the most? Did you really enjoy? This has made me feel good.
When he was talking about the fundamentals and how he learned his hook shot, his famous hook shot, and when he first got drafted and he was choosing between the ABA and the NBA.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me ask you this. Do you know why Kareem developed that hook shot? Because at some point...
Because in the book it said for his second year of college, everything changed because they took out the dunking.
Interesting.
And then they took out the dunking because of him. He thought it was because of him. And John Wooden wasn't surprised because he didn't like dunking anyway. But they just didn't like how white people can't dunk and black people can, so they wanted to get rid of it.
So that was a strategic move of neutralizing or minimizing the athleticism of the African American athlete.
Yes.
So, okay, last question. Who would you recommend to read this book and why?
I would recommend my friend Malachi that moved to Las Vegas to read this book because he's tall and he's like a little Kareem kind of because he's tall and he would probably relate to this because he was like mostly taller than everybody else and he would relate to this.
Something about that. Okay. So what's the name of the book and
the name of the book is Becoming Kareem. And to this day, he's still becoming the best Kareem he can be. Okay.
And is there any other books that you recommend by Kareem or for any other? And what's next for you? What's the next book, I should say?
The next book, we shall see.
All righty. Well, Amir Price, thank you very much. And this series of summer reading from this youth generation, we're going to continue this and do more books and more book readings and more video book recordings to help improve the quality of life for young people by learning the joy of reading. Thank you, sir.
Okay.